Hello. You're looking at a piece of property that I own in Hudspeth County. It's about 40 acres. It's about 12 miles south of, I guess, Route 62. As you can see from the coordinates, you can always find it on the map. It's essentially on maybe about a mile or so northeast of Antelope Draw, which is right along the WILDHORSE draw. Excuse me, that's Antelope Tank, which is right near the draw. You're looking at the hill that I kind of own, which I think has some potential. And now we're moving over, I think, to the Antelope Tank, which is a watering hole, probably about a mile and a quarter or so southwest of the center of my property. But there it is, right there. You can see it. The arrow is pointing at it, I think. So that's a nice reference point. I bought the land quite a while ago, and it just kind of excites me because I think it has some possibilities to put for putting a windmill on top. The peak of this hill is about 4,849 feet. In the northwest corner is 4,704 feet. The northeast corner is 4,747 feet. The southwest corner is 4,777 feet. And the southeast corner is 4,764 feet. There is a draw running through my property between various hills, and there's some roads that seem to be very close to it. A lot of roads, dirt roads nonetheless. It is probably some sort of sandstone material which probably could be chiseled into. So in theory I could burrow into this thing. The ground temperature down there obviously is not that bad. It's probably close to 70 degrees or so. So we're talking warmer than your standard earth temperatures that you'd expect up here in Pennsylvania. And like I said, the potential for wind power, I think, is great, especially on top of this thing. I'm just looking forward to get down there, but the main thing right now is to find perhaps someone who could do a video of this property. And I've paid for videos to be done on my Pecos property. I've had two gentlemen do that, and it's given me a real good idea as to what I'm in store for. So I'm hoping that we can find someone to do this piece of property, which is my closest property to El Paso. So I will probably just fly into El Paso, rent a car, and come visit my property and get some shovels and picks and stuff and play around with my land in Hudspeth County. And I also have a partial interest in something I got ripped off on eBay. Since then, I made such a stink that they don't sell partial interests anymore. You will see in a few seconds, once again, the actual coordinates of this piece of property coming up. And there's kind of there you go. There's the piece of property, and those are the GPS coordinates. And I'm really excited, like I said, once again, to play around with this one. I think it's got a lot of potential. And hopefully within a month or two or three, I'll at least get a chance to get down there. But if I can get a videotape of it prior, it will really be good for my psyche. And if someone would want to camp on this, I'm sure we can arrange it. someone wanted to spend some time down there on my property, maybe we could swap off camping time for the getting some videos and posting them on YouTube. Once again, that's Antler Tank. And we're going to move back. Well, there's a close-up of it. And that actually, Wild Horse Draw runs through there, I guess from north to south. And that's how that fills up. It's more pronounced and it's labeled better further south of here. This path I'm taking right now is just a little south of the direct line to my property up here, but it's about a mile and a quarter, something like that. Not much more. And like I said, there's draws that run through. Here we go. My property, and there's the points once again. Like I said, this is exciting, and I really hope I can find someone who sees some excitement in there that lives in the area that might be able to go up there and take pictures of it. Someone who likes, four-wheel driving all over the place, and like I said, you can see a lot of draws, and there's a pretty big drop when the draw comes through my property there. So. Who knows? Maybe I can even generate some power. Main thing I want to do is be able to collect water and have it, because I don't really want to drill a well. That's kind of wasted expense, especially if I can put in some sort of cistern system and get the water for my needs there. The other thing I want to play around with Texas is using a kite to capture the static electricity, especially with the winds. The more the winds blow, the more static you get, and run it to a reduction transformer and charge a battery. And also there's such a thing as kite power, where you actually have a kite dive up and down, and it pulls over a capstan, and when it pulls over the capstan, it causes a generator to spin one direction, and then when it rewinds, it's got a counterweight on it, so when the kite drops down, the weight falls and pulls the the capstans the other direction and turns the generator, creating power up and down, up and down, up and down. So, this is a Google Earth presentation here of my property. I think this Google Earth is really an amazing thing, and it's really given me a better idea as to what I'm dealing with. There's the draw running through my property, and to me that's very exciting. I'm also thinking of building in the northwest part of that hill that I own part of. I'd like to dig into that and fill it up. So here we go, up and away, and you'll see some of the roads. And eventually you'll see El Paso. I think there's 62 up there. And I think that's about 12 miles, that dot from where 62 flips up. There's El Paso there. So anybody who has any ideas, suggestions as to how I can get some nice videos and pictures of my property there, I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to camp on it while you're doing this for me, that'd be great. So enjoy.